to Learn and Love Music. I'm Duane Hulbert. This week we're going to look at an early piece by Ludwig van Beethoven. His Opus 2 No. 2. It's the second sonata that he wrote. He was only 25 years old. And personally, I've enjoyed this piece because I played it when I was in high school. And I remember that it was a difficult piece, but somehow when I come back to it now, it seems even more difficult. It's a brilliant work, wonderful passage work, wonderful style and lightness, almost like it's from a little bit of Baroque style in this piece. Fabulous work. Before we get started though, I want to encourage all of you to subscribe to our channel, Learn and Love Music. So let's get started with some commentary on Beethoven's Opus 2 No. 2. I'm going to give you 5 things to listen for in this wonderful early Beethoven sonata movement. Number 1, it's a dialogue between left hand and right hand. Listen carefully to the theme in the beginning on the second line. We have the right hand start out. Left hand joins in. Right hand. And as we go on, both hands, left hand, right hand, left hand. In the classical period, a lot of composers only wrote pieces pretty much for the right hand alone. Here, Beethoven, in 1795, beginning of the classical period, he starts to use both the bass line and the treble line equally. Number 2, the brilliant scales in this piece. Beethoven writes this piece in 2/4 time, and he puts in 30-second notes. These notes go by very, very quickly. Even at the beginning, we hear this really fast. But near the end of the first page, he gives the left hand these dialogue, these scale passages that are brilliant and fast. Listen to how it passes from the left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. This happens throughout the piece, and it makes it technically quite challenging. I find it's really important to develop a light technique in order to play these scales. If you play them heavy, they won't come across very well. Here's the third thing we can listen for in this piece. Beethoven writes these impossibly difficult passages with triplets and octaves. And the way he wrote it was actually, I think, almost impossible. The editor in my edition writes this. He crosses over the second finger. Most pianists I know use the left hand to help out with those octaves. So I do it very slowly. I do right, left, right, 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 right, left, right. And as you go faster, and up the tempo, and he goes going the other way, going up. Once again, the secret to playing these really well is to play them really quietly and brilliantly. If you try to play mezzo forte or forte, those passages don't come across. And point number 4. Here we have a development section, and usually in the development, this is where in the sonata allegro form, we would develop some of the themes we heard before. But in this case, it starts off with the right hand, but then the left hand takes over. So the left hand has all of the melody, so the left hand is something like this. All left hand. And what's interesting is that the poor right hand that usually does all the technical parts, all the right hand has to do is just to play these tremolos that sound like this. That's what the left hand usually they have to do that part. But what Beethoven does, he switches it around and has the right hand do those kind of uninteresting parts. Here's the left hand where it stars in this piece. Crossed over and back. Cross over. So for once, the left hand gets to be the star. And finally, number 5. In the development section, later on, we have these brilliant passages that are passed between the right hand and the left hand with triplets. If I play them slowly, you'll hear once again, it's the theme from the and right hand. And while we're doing that, the left hand sort of plays an accompaniment part that mimics the right hand part. So if you do this slowly, you'll hear the right hand and then the left hand play triplets back and forth. It's sort of like a little bit of a fugue subject. The only problem is, at this tempo, Beethoven wants you to play it about this fast. I think this is one of the most difficult passages in all of the Beethoven sonatas. It takes a long time to get this together. Once again, if you want speed, you have to play light, even if it's marked forte. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Learn and Love Music with Beethoven's Opus 2 No. 2. I only have one question for the composer. What was he thinking when he wrote all this really difficult music? I guess he thought that there would be pianists out there who could actually play this music. It's fabulous and it really sparkles a lot. To hear the entire piece, you can go over to our companion video and listen to this wonderful Opus 2 No. 2. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hope to see you next time on Learn and Love Music.